episode 18!
Oh, is it Christmas already?
No, it's May.
Oh.
Or June if you're listening to this. Which, hopefully, you're listening to this.
It'll never not
Just
be June.
in general.
You can only listen to this in June. It's only 1 month a year.
1 month?
And also, hopefully you're listening to this, because otherwise it's like coming through your fill-ins from like the radio station we don't have. So,
The CIA's on to you, just so you know.
that'd be bad.
Hello, I am David, your DM. Let's go around and introduce ourselves.
I'm Sean. I play the human druid, Locron.
My name is Dan. I am playing the human rogue magician.
I'm
Simon.
Patrick, and I'm playing the first non-human member of the party, creative guys. I'm
Ooh,
doing the
shots
Dragonborn Barbarian, Dapperton.
I have no imagination.
My name is Steven, and I play the second and cooler non-human member of the team, Window.
I'm not even
How's
gonna
it feel?
argue.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna argue.
Oh, wow. Institutionalized.
That's a new thing for you.
Ooh.
Zings.
All love.
His was meaner than mine.
All love.
It's true. But I mean, did you see the new incognito window art that I made? I thought it was pretty good.
It was dumb, but I laughed.
You can
so,
see it on the website.
Yeah.
I mean, that's hashtag Dapperton is dumb, but I laugh.
Yeah.
But I laughed. So, if you remember last time, you found yourself in an icy, frozen-over forest, inside of which there were many frozen animals and their spectral counterparts, as well as some spectral priests and wizards, ice cultists, conducting some sort of ritual with the garden gnome, freezing over plants, and you kicked their asses.
We've since converted the gnome into some sort of greenery-producing... No, we did not.
No, I just was trying to think of a word of what you could call it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got
we
a
did.
magical garden friend who, whenever I held his hand, he would create a lush, difficult
Yeah.
terrain path.
And
So-
I finally found my hookup.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of clovers.
Yeah.
Almost entirely clovers. Some, like, of the meteor fruits for Dap as he walks.
Meteor fruits.
Medium.
Oh my god.
And a vulture fucked me up a
Space
lot.
fruit.
Space fruit.
Shit.
You don't want to know about space fruit.
Did we
do.
take
I really
all
do,
the
David.
animals? Did the panther get away?
The panther went back up into the trees. I
We
made it.
conscripted the giant bee.
I took the huge bee and the sorted bees, and I had like a you can go back to nature moment with
The panther. Yeah.
And I'm thinking of, can I work out a Shadowfax type situation with Dolphwind where like he just comes when I summon him?
I thought he just formed
Probably.
out of your bottom bag.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm mistreating him, putting him in the bottom bag.
He needs to be free range.
yeah, free range
Maybe
Dolphin.
This might not be the
Tend to-
place to release him, though.
Where are we?
Like the middle of an ice cave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we are.
you're inside
Oh,
of.
wait.
You're inside of.
You mean Dolphin's natural habitat isn't just like some weird ice cave?
It could be up
So,
potentially.
one,
Maybe you might do.
one thing that mayhaps you've forgotten from 2 episodes ago when some dying person told you it was that
People die.
Fire elemental?
yes, you were inside of essentially
Yeah.
a giant manifestation of the fire spirit's power that was frosted over and contained by the ice cult.
Oh, I didn't know this
So-
was. We got the firearm though, right?
And
we made it into a lantern.
Yes, you then performed some ritual by starting the fire with organic material, and now your fire hand it covered your body momentarily, and
Tap's not. Am I entirely naked now, or is this like Johnny Stormfire where you can like, wear kind of
Johnny
pants?
Stormfire, but you are wearing essentially cutoffs now.
Jean shorts.
Yeah.
A giant jean shorts wearing Dragonborn, holding the hand of a little gnome that's constantly making daisies in front of us.
With Locron crawling afterward, ingesting everything.
Oh,
Oh god.
so much drawn.
Wait, wasn't it? Yeah, because we stumbled upon a lantern, and then...
Yeah, so now you've got the heat, which is that
Lantern in one hand, gnome
Yeah.
in the other.
Yeah,
You're in
exactly.
heat. I can
and
tell.
also like just a good strong heat feeling in your gut.
Yeah. It's all the meteor fruit.
Those meteors. So yeah, you're standing in this thawed forest now. You hear crickets again, the various animals, bugs,
Yeah,
birds.
my crickets.
But you see wander out of the trees as you're like holding on to your little gnome, and you notice Wick. I should have mentioned. So Wick, like I mentioned a couple episodes ago, was sort of starting to grow some peach fuzz stubble, sort of.
Yeah, we're growing up fast.
Yeah, and now he's like really lanky. He's all elbows. But it seems he's growing out his hair. It's blonde, but like now it's getting kind of dirty and it's covering one of his eyes.
He's a halfling, right?
He's a halfling.
How tall is he now?
He's about 3 feet, maybe. I don't know how tall do halflings grow.
So
Let's
he's
say
not
no.
actually growing.
You're not actually
No,
growing?
he's not actually growing.
No, he was super small when you first met him because he was like a little,
like a kid.
little kid.
Yeah.
And now it seems like
So wait,
yeah,
what's up with the?
nothing is up.
We've asked you
nothing,
surprisingly few questions about your
nothing is
condition.
ever up.
Well, you've proved surprisingly difficult to kill, and that endears you to me.
It makes me sad knowing I may never join my parents in their afterlife.
Whoa, it seems like you're going there really quickly, actually. Quicker than most.
As far as I know, I could just be aging forever. Who knows?
That's not how
nothing,
life
No, that's-
nothing matters anyway. So
Oh, now you're nihilistic. That's fun.
and he like flips his hair back so you can see both of his eyes, and they're like kind of dark. It looks like maybe he's got like eyeshadow on or something. And then he
going
like
through a
and
phase.
he wipes his hair back over his eye, so it's like all yeah. I don't care.
I blow my most euphoric powder into his face.
I mean, let me roll.
Teenagers love doing drugs.
Yes, they do.
It has no effect on me anymore anyway.
Bullshit.
There is no...
All right, no, this is not. As a member of our troop of
Yes.
friends who now are once
Oh,
again
so now I'm a
unnamed,
member after
you-
all my
you
work.
haven't died in 3 sessions. That makes you a member.
So there are rules, huh?
No.
Why have rules? There should be no rules because life is meaningless. You've been mean to
Okay,
me
we
the
are gonna
entire
get
time.
him high. All right,
And
low run.
no, he's high. I refuse.
There is only lows.
On. All right.
There is low cron, wind, low.
I'm Window.
Be low with me, Window. You're always so happy, but I think that maybe the world is not as nice as you think it is.
Window.
Yo.
Window. All right. Talk to the boy. All right. We need. Clearly, he's going through a moment.
This guy gets it, and he points at Simon. He's got all sorts of issues, I can tell.
I don't think that's true.
See, you cover them up like an adult.
Yeah, like this, and he like covers up more of his face with his hair.
No.
No, like this, and he pulls out a flask and just starts drinking.
See, Logron,
Give
whip
me-
up something special.
Can I
I'll
have
grow
some of that?
whatever. What do you need?
You sure can.
I take out my mortal and pestle, and I paste the stuff that like you know where you put
Dude.
the vapor rub that you
Yeah.
put on your chest. I put it under his eyes, and
Ugh.
he gets eye high.
Roll like
Oh.
nature something to make like a heck of shrooms.
I hope I crit fail.
Yeah, roll nature. He's gonna roll Constitution, and it'll be like a contest, right? To see if you can break through.
12.
He also rolled a 12,
Oh.
But yeah, we both rolled. And who does it go to?
so the status doesn't change. If in a contest, if you tie, there's no change.
So I just keep touching his face with nature rub.
You can touch me all you want. I might be contagious. My lethargia and no love.
More rub.
my-
And I want to make more.
My
more
parents are
shit.
dead. Your parents are probably dead.
I hope so.
I don't even think you have parents, trash man.
Maybe.
Yeah, can I roll nature to like grow a specific fruit?
You can try to talk to this gnome figurine you got.
Oh.
Also, I rolled 15.
Did it know?
All right.
He rolled a 20.
No.
A non-natural, but still.
Fuck you, Wick. And I walk away.
I rolled
Yeah.
19 on a charisma check. Is this like a persuasion?
What are you saying to
I'm
this?
not saying.
this-
All right, here, gnome. I don't know if you can like hear me or like sense my thoughts. I don't know how all this works. But I want a specific fruit, and I would like you to grow it for me. If I picture the fruit in my mind or describe it to you, what do you think this would help?
His impassive visage does not change, and his hand is thrust outwards as always.
I grab or I touch Dap's cheek and chin with my hand, and then I make a nature conduit to the gnome.
Yes, psychic conduit.
So
Psychic gnome thoughts.
another nature roll.
Wait, so
Yeah, 22 to be a nature conduit. Make the fruit.
So you're like psionically channeling his thoughts to a gnome.
Yes.
You're like channeling chi.
Oh, this makes me all kinds of uncomfortable.
All right.
It makes you uncomfortable.
And so what I want to grow, what I send in mind thoughts to the gnome is there's
Mind thoughts?
Mind
As
thoughts.
opposed to other types of thoughts?
Dap has several different kinds. Most of them are not thoughts.
Not thoughts.
Um,
I send my not thoughts.
And it's a specific fruit that, like, the wild drakes that roam the countryside in my homeland, like, this is their version of catnip. Like, they get a drake that's
Drake nip.
like huge, like 1,000-pound drake, high as fuck, and they like scamper across the wilderness.
Bake a Drake.
Bake a drake.
Bake a drake.
The bake a drake fruit.
Wait, begging strips. What a Drake and no, that's not good.
Dragon
Never mind.
strips? That's like a strip for a drink.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So
I want him to grow that fruit.
and then you shake his hands.
Yeah, I'm
I
always
was
shaking.
nature-
his
I was
hand.
nature-
David used to be
nature
like,
conduit.
he doesn't grow the fruit.
I touched.
Yeah. Oh,
Dap
I'm
and
sorry.
I touched
So
him.
so like his pool of vines and garden around him sort of starts to continue to grow, but then it sort of dies around him and sort of grows up Locron's hand, and then all around Locron, and then over to Dap's head, and then you're like partially encased in these vines.
Whoa!
And like they go into your mouth, and then a giant
personal.
fruit leaf starts to form inside your mouth,
Nice.
and
What?
it's
While this is happening, I'm gonna try and just like impress him with like a little magic trick.
impress the gnome figurine.
No, impress Wick.
Oh.
Just like, cause like this is just like the craziest. I'm doing like this really simple, like that, like,
Yeah.
like a little puppet.
Wick is like pensively looking at his own wrists.
I got a
He's a sad teenager.
18 to performance.
And what are you? What is the
I
trick?
just want to make him happy.
Like what sort
it's
of trick?
Ta-da!
I've got
you're
like a
happy.
little doll, and he's just doing like a pretty sweet dance.
So it's not even a magic trick, you're just a puppet?
And then he disappears.
So you're an illusionist puppet.
Gotta make him come back.
And then he comes
Big
back.
trick.
That's true.
That doll looks a lot like my dead father.
It's on purpose.
Did
I knew him.
you knew my dead father?
I sure did.
Wow. What was his name? To prove to me that you know who my father
You're
was.
really good at lying, right?
Yeah. Wick Senior. I called him Swick.
Okay, let me write that down real quick. Awesome. Wow, you really did know my father.
Sure did.
Yeah, my mother, Mick, Mrs. Wick, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I knew her.
Or Mom Wick, it works on many
I
levels.
didn't call her mom.
I called her mom
Yeah.
for the 3 weeks that I knew her. Then she got like crashed onto the deck of a ship. You weren't there. There was
I
some
was.
other rogue type dude that was there.
Oh, you're right.
Did the fruit go in my mouth
Yeah.
or did it go out of my mouth?
It grew in your mouth, and you'd have to like reach into put your hand into your mouth and like pull
Can
it
I
out.
pull my hand? Put my hands down.
Yes, please.
I pull it out and I say, "Behold the fruit of my loin." And I hand it to Wick.
All right.
Eat that!
Okay. And he eats it, and his eyes sort of glaze over, and he sits down cross-legged and like enwraps the gnome in a hug.
Nice.
All right, and then I start walking again, dragging the gnome and Wick. I'm like, he'll be okay, guys. He'll
And
be okay.
he sort of starts to foam at the mouth slightly, just like the
That
littlest
pats him on the
bits.
head.
Oh.
Can I know this is too much?
Yes.
Non-natural 20.
It is too much.
And like he's gonna die later, or like he's having a too good of a time.
Oh, hold on.
Dude, if we have to deal with an OD, that'd be interesting.
It just looks like he's probably gonna have a bad trip.
Nice.
Yeah, I really want to see you act this now, David. Don't overdo it. Don't overact
Well,
it. Be subtle.
yeah. So right now he's basically just clinging so tightly onto this gnome figurine as Dap leads it around by the hand. Let me make a.
How locked is his jaw? Like
I'm
super
dilated or his
locked, I bet.
pupils?
His jaw. It looks like you could fit like a couple sheets of paper in between his teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
His pupils, you can't see them.
How's his cotton mouth?
non-existent. He's drooling, remember?
Oh yeah, foaming. Well, there's
I try to make some.
Actually, I take it back. The foam is not froth, it's cotton coming out of his mouth. So,
He's actually growing
his
cotton.
cotton mouth is terrible.
I take out some like a cracker, put it on the cracker, and I eat it.
Okay.
Cotton cracker?
Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
So
Like
you...
it- yeah.
You guys are doing all this in front of the altar that's like inscribed with lots of like living. It's made out of wood. It looks like, and it's etched with various nature scenes and flame logos and things. Clearly, some sort of altar to the flame spirit. And then out of the clearing comes a spectral, like lightish blue and vapor looking, similar to the cultists you fought and the animals you saw. A gnome, a very similar size to the gnome that you're holding.
This one can speak.
It doesn't look like the same gnome, and he sort of walks out. Hello.
I
Hey.
extend my
I'm
hand.
Window!
And he reaches out to your hand, and you feel it's like ice cold,
Your hands are pretty cold.
and just like in real life, but like there's a little bit of give to it, like the gas that is forming him is like the gas.
Oh, he's a
vapor.
gaseous.
It's like gas vapor almost.
I look around his feet, see if any dank herbs take root.
You got a problem with my shoes,
No,
sir?
where are all the dogs?
I have a problem with your shoes.
Yeah, what up, fart
Yeah.
gnome?
You're
wanna
not
make-
wearing
You
them.
want to make?
no.
Oh, I should have
Very
known.
upset.
I should have known. You're friends with that stupid gnome figurine. I saw. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
I'm the
best
true
bros.
gnome. And he like slaps his chest,
That's
looking
right.
looking tough.
Show him no mercy.
Everybody make a wisdom roll. I want to see if he can intimidate you. He rolled a 2. That's right. I'm super intimidating. It's me.
No!
No. Window, you want to
No.
deal with the gnome? You can just blow him away.
I'm Window! Yo!
You're clearly some of these ice cultists befriending this gnome.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, we just murdered 3 of them. Or 2.
And I hit him.
Show
I
him
hit him,
your
with some,
hammer.
I hit him with some hot and fast wind.
And he sort of.
Inflates.
And now he's 7 feet tall! No, he's still pretty tiny. He does take a couple steps back in the wind. He goes, "Oh, I had you pegged all wrong. I thought that you were ice cultists.
Do we look
Do you?
frozen?
Oh, you have the lantern.
Yeah.
He's on fire. Who?
No, not anymore. Now I'm on plant.
He was on fire.
You're on. Oh, those plants look nice. Can I have one?
Yeah, I mean, your gnome buddy here makes them.
Oh, fuck that then. He
You guys got a beef?
worked.
Why?
He worked for the ice spirits.
Whoa! You did not tell me that shit! I'm pointing to the little gnome.
As you're still holding its hand.
Yeah! Not cool, man. Friends don't keep allegiances from friends.
I incite the lawn gnome figurine. I don't do well.
The
So,
figurine.
yeah.
Its eyes are impassive.
its
and-
visage.
Yes. As always, almost.
Almost.
You see a flicker of evil. No.
Put out the sun.
Yes. Well, if you're looking to free the fire spirit,
Sure.
Maybe.
he point. Oh, yes.
It'll be my greatest trick yet. You didn't need to stop talking for
Yeah,
that. I was
yeah.
just going to say that to myself.
A trick.
You want to take point in this one,
I got it.
Simon?
Let's do it.
You can have the lantern.
All
And,
right.
The tiny gnome points at the wall of stone behind the altar, and it slowly, there's like a crack appears in it about like 10 feet above you, and then the crack spreads and the wall slowly like crumbles in front of you until there's like a huge cavern exposed, and you feel like there's cool mist emanating out from it. That's in there. That's where you need to go.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna chill here because I hate that gnome.
Can I?
No.
No, not.
How big is this cavern?
The one that has been
Yeah.
opened up. It's the hole is probably about like 10 feet wide. That cracked open in the wall of the cavern, or the wall of the room you were in, the cavern you were in, and you can't like see it's dark in there, but like you get the sense that it's a pretty big cavern. You'd have to like go in obviously to figure more.
I go in.
Oh well, Patrick was gonna ask. A question real
Yeah,
quick.
can I? Because I think it'd be hard to just drag both Wick and the gnome at the same time. Can I like use vines to basically wear them as a backpack, and rather than having like a 10-foot radius, the difficult terrain's just under me, but also Dap is just covered in a garden.
Well, yeah.
Basically, be the swamp thing.
Yeah, you can just be a swamp thing.
Nice.
That's how I walk into the room.
Okay, so yes, you all walk in. I'm assuming you two also walk in.
Goodbye, strange gnome.
Goodbye.
Can I insight the gnome before we leave?
If you want.
The gaseous?
Yeah.
You're not good at reading gnomes, man. It's just not your jam.
I'm still gonna add it. 6.
He seems like a short, bluish, misty gnome.
You'll
Telling
never-
you to go into that room.
You'll never know the
It's
gnomes,
probably
man.
probably pretty legit.
You seem short.
It might it might be like a character that was created to like give direction to a group. Could be.
Into the
I
room.
and I walk
So
away.
Window makes his grand entrance into the room. It's super dark. You might want to like cast light or something, or someone else.
Oh, I can do that.
Press him a digitate.
Yeah,
Patrick, or excuse me, Dap does have the lantern.
I gave it to Simon.
Oh, Simon.
I have the lantern now. Ooh.
Are you just holding it up?
Yeah, behind my cloak. And I'm like, ah! And I reveal the light to the cavern.
And as you do, there's sort of like a pickup of wind, like the wind that the mist that sort of rolled out of the cavern when it was exposed seems to pick up, and there's a huge like Arctic gale that almost blows out the flame in the lantern. It gets very small, but as you see in front of you, there's just an ice wall. It's like a giant glacier, just like hundreds of feet tall, and it's sort of frosted over. I'd like everyone to make Constitution saving throws real quick.
Ooh.
And also, after that, perception checks.
12.
3.
What'd you get?
9.
All right. So roll your perception checks. I'm going to tell you how much all of you take for cold damage.
Wait, that's deception.
That's close.
14.
15.
Okay, so the three of you notice. Well, actually, first of all of you take 8 cold damage.
Whoa!
Whoa.
I love the wind. I'm being affected by cold wind.
I have a cape.
Woo!
It seems
Wind, yo!
it seems like preternatural cold.
David, did we long rest
No.
after last night? I'm down. Just, I'm not raging anymore, so I'm at -3.
Holy balls.
I've been like super wounded.
So then
and
the
bleeding this
vines are
entire-
just supporting your body. We think you're still conscious.
Oh,
That's been really quiet.
that's it.
That's awesome.
The guard gnome is now controlling my movements.
Or maybe it's like Wick, just
Yeah,
like
it's-
being your sad
the
puppeteer.
sad-
Oh, Trippy
Wick on
Wick.
his trip.
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah, Wick also takes some. He's now clutching that gnome even harder.
Oh, what a bad
It's
trip.
having a
for
really
him.
bad trip.
Yeah,
I might die on it.
And so, Window, Locron, and Simon, you three notice sort of what looks to be something like a shadowy object, a figure maybe, frozen in the ice, but you can't quite see because there's, like snow, kind of a frost over the ice.
Eldritch Blast!
You right towards there, and
We're all weekends.
and the ice blows away, the frost revealing just like crystal clear ice. But like buried several feet within the ice, you see a head of a human woman with like ice white hair, just like
Makes sense.
and her face, she's got like what looks like a hysterical smile on, but the most noticeable thing about her face is that she's got a giant wound from the top right of her face down to the bottom left, and essentially her face is like folded out slightly. It's like this is clearly not healed. This is like looks like a fresh wound. She took just like a sword across the face.
Then it was frozen instantly.
and perhaps was frozen, preserved in this ice, and you hear a laughter behind you.
Oh, you know.
He seemed so small
There's that
before.
gnome
I
fuck.
am the projection of the powerful wizardess Karspa, the ice priestess, and you all will freeze!
Yeah, he was like a blue glowing gnome. We probably should have been like ice.
I tried the insight.
Someone really should have insight.
So,
I
let's...
did.
Well, he was baiting us hard with the, he was just telling us where to go shit. I didn't know.
Well, he rolled real bad, so that's why I lied to him. So, I would like everybody... Hold on, I need to see real quickly.
Roll initiative with one of our.
We're not going to roll initiative just yet, because I need to
Good.
see how sleep works.
Oh.
Who's asleep?
I am
Sleep. I think it's
technically
like a-
unconscious.
Oh,
So the most sleep.
Oh, God.
Well, the second most sleep.
I'm the sleep that lasts forever.
No, that's dead. Oh man, what damn dies?
And I play the garden gnome. The garden gnome slowly growing
Can
into
I-
Daph's body and bones.
So the three of you, can I
Pull out his
get
bones.
can I get HP totals from the three of you, like current HP?
2.
11.
13.
13. All right. Ha! You all fall asleep.
Yeah, that's how sleep works. Is you like roll for the number of HP you can.
Ah.
Yeah, the
well.
number of the creatures, the total HP of creatures you can put to sleep, and you'd feel like as your eyelids just droop heavily in this frost, you're like shivering, and you feel just frost begin to creep up from the ground up your legs as like ice is slowly encasing your legs, and you just sort of fall unconscious.
So, should I just have Dap make 3 death saves now?
Uh,
He's not gonna get healed.
There are no death saves. It's as though you're being
I was
perfect.
already dying.
It's as though
before
you're
it
being
began.
perfectly preserved.
So when you
some
wake
sort of-
up, you can die.
When you wake up, you have my permission to die.
One thing I did forget to mention. Simon is your name,
That's right.
and pinwheel tattoos are your game.
What?
So, if you remember, where is your pinwheel tattoo?
Right over my heart.
Okay, so you have this tattoo. It's
Of
probably
like a windmill, but like the one you blow into at the fair.
Yes, very
Yeah.
whimsical.
yeah, and I'm assuming it's like a light blue, probably, or maybe white, just like pure white.
Probably white.
Pure white.
Probably the faster it spins, the stormier it gets.
Yeah, exactly. And as you walked into this room, like you'd sort of been getting, it spins a little bit every now and then because you're around some people, certain people that we won't say.
Hey.
Maybe Locron and Window specifically.
Perhaps.
But as you walk into this
That's
cavern,
It's
yeah,
very chill.
And dead.
for a funny reason.
Because you're dumb.
Also, okay, side note real quick. Do you think in Harry Potter, if people got tattoos of people, did they also come to life? Because I was thinking about animated tattoos.
Oh.
Aye.
Definitely.
That'd be really
Like
annoying.
the Dark Mark moved.
That's true.
And that was a picture of a skull with a snake.
Eating a snake.
Yeah.
Doing something to a snake. Anyway, back
Boo.
in the game.
Ooh.
Boo sex jokes.
What?
But
Pretty good.
yay sex, everybody.
David is not anti-sex.
Shout out to sex. Shout out to sex.
That's enough.
But so yeah, Dan, as you
Yes.
step into this icy cavern, as actually you're feeling nothing from becoming numb and iced over, the last feeling you feel is your pinwheel tattoo just spinning wildly. Because I imagine as the tattoo spins, it's not just like an illusion that's spinning, it's the physical ink inside of your skin that's moving around. So like you get this weird.
It's like heartburn.
Yeah, it's like pleasurable pain because you know what it signifies, sort of, but nobody else knows what it signifies
Nobody else
because
knows.
Simon
I
is
know.
mysterious.
Yeah.
I might know. I don't know.
So you all wake up all at once.
Oh, good.
Do I?
Yes, you find yourselves
With another tramp stamp.
with like your body, Dap's body is covered in tramp stamps.
It just says part 2.
Part 2.
Your axes are now named Tramp and Stamp, and
Cannon.
Go get tramp stamp.
and Dap is
we
now
got a
Southern
accent.
True Detective.
What happened, y'all?
It's True Daptective.
True damn test.
This fall. So
All right.
Dap, you sort of wake up first, and you recognize the braziers and torches and marble and gilded banisters and paintings of your childhood scaly skin familial manor.
My heart immediately starts beating faster.
Uh,
It's not a safe place.
Yeah, you see there are paintings covering the walls, most of which are of your father and grandfathers and grandfathers.
Smacking me.
All like ridiculously painted. You're gonna stand there for hours.
Like, as I
beat for
get
hours.
taller.
It's your school photo every year.
they had to get the moment right every time, so you'd be smacked like 60
No,
times.
do it again, do it again.
Do it again.
Ah,
And so,
memories.
but there's one of your dad holding what looks just like two heads, like of his enemies. But as you look closer, he's got the scaly skin ancestral hand axes embedded into each of their skulls and like holding them up happily.
His high school photo.
He was best at beheading.
Head ball.
And so you all see this scene as well. The four of you, and Wick wakes up as well.
Whoa.
Are you happy now?
Wick, we're all a part of your trip
Is
now.
this
Clap your hands.
Is this actually happening? What is going on?
You're happy and you know it.
No, God.
Oh no, I'm going to stop clapping then. I'm not happy.
I tricked you still.
You apparently.
Don't smile. I see a little smile.
Damn it, Simon! You always
smiling.
know. Your fellow orphans really know you get me. You know.
Who said I was an orphan?
I learned it from your soul.
Your orphan soul's what it is.
He's on drugs, everyone. That's him.
Yeah. So is this like a trip that I'm only having and none of you
No.
are? He walks over to Dap and punches you in the face.
Ah.
Are you
Reach.
real? I don't know. I'm very live.
He walks up. To be fair, I am made of vine.
He jumps up and punches you.
The garden gnome is not with you, but
Oh.
actually, as you think of the garden gnome, you sort of feel it under your arm as though you're like cradling it like a baby.
The God gnome was with me always.
And so
In
now
my
you're just
heart.
cradling this garden gnome. Holy shit, that gnome just appeared out of gnomeware.
Yeah, I think this be my trip. How'd you guys all get into my trip? This is my house.
I remember
everywhere.
you becoming really still, and then
Oh, that's helpful.
Wow, you're
Oh.
tripping
So
pretty
we should
hard.
probably leave like right now.
Why? What's about to happen?
Just not good things.
You hear like a loud noise, like it sounds like someone's walking around in another part of the house.
Ooh, I'm Window. All right. Yeah, we might as well get it over with.
And there you see, as you double take, you see the paintings that you had seen with your father in them and everything, but now your father is just absent. It's like the same scene, the same vistas, the same rooms of paintings, but no father in there anywhere.
Well, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that painting?
Yeah, that was
Maybe.
my dad. He would left all the paintings. Classic him.
Whoa. It's like a metaphor for how your dad hates you. Or something.
Oh, that's a little heavy-handed, Wig. But
Life is heavy-handed.
yeah, it is around here. Okay, so
Yeah. So,
well,
listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I hear something.
Yes,
It's
where
like
is it?
A plot point. So then the footsteps get closer, and you see a green dragonborn foot descend into the. I'm assuming you guys are in like your basement pad where you hung out as a kid.
This is like the parlor room. We got a pool table.
That your
guys.
father adorned with pictures of him beating you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it's a pool table, but dragon pool tables. There's also 4. They're all made of stone, and there's 4 like geysers shoot fire. So your ball can go in there and go.
How about like the cue balls, like the egg of one of your enemies?
Yeah, they're all the eggs are.
That's good.
There's just like a trunk full of them, like.
And when you knock them into the other ball, they both hatch and then fight.
And then you
win Dragon Ball.
squash them and
I'm out.
laugh
No,
gleefully.
then you cook them over the guys.
Oh,
and then you eat
excuse
them.
me. I'm sorry. So, but yes, you see the dragonborn foot, and then actually the hem of what appears to be like a very nice robe, and all of a sudden your mother walks down the stairs. She goes,
Mom.
Dapperton.
Oh,
Dapperton. What?
yeah,
what?
sorry. I didn't know what to say.
Well, I mean, you called me Mom.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
Well, no,
Me,
because you're
Mom.
dead.
Am I?
Like super dead.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's unfortunate.
I thought so.
How are you doing, sweetie?
I'm still alive, I think. I might
Who
have
are
been
your
dead.
friends?
I'm Window.
I'm his
Yeah.
drug dealer.
My name's
Oh.
Simon.
And also, I supply him with the drugs.
Oh,
It's kind of a complicated relationship.
sweetie, you have really gone off the deep end. It sounds like.
Yes,
Yeah,
he has.
it's awesome.
This
This is Simon,
Hi, I'm Simon.
and this is Wick.
Hello, Simon. Nice to meet you. Would you like some dragon snacks?
No, thank you. I'm full.
Okay. And the tray of like little snack. I imagine satays, you know, like little hunks of meat on skewers. They just disappear out of her hands, and she goes, "Oh, well, that was odd."
I think everything changes the room.
And then the room changes. How? How does it change, Patrick?
The pool table becomes Jake the Drake.
Whoa!
And
Oh,
the grandfather
Jake.
clock turns into Barnabas, and the cupboard turns into Briar.
Oh, Briar. It's good to see that you're taking care of him.
Not in this world I am, but I think he might be dead in the other one or gone. I
And,
haven't seen him for a while.
Her face just like becomes so bad. She's so like upset, emotions. She's got him.
But I'm not sure he's dead. He might still be alive. We left him with a boat.
Dapperton.
In a whole boat.
Dapperton Godzilla von Scaleskin. You left your son in a boat
All right.
on the place
Whoa!
You-
after
wait,
our agreement that you would protect your son.
is he my son or my brother? Because I could never figure that out. I get
Your
really
father
confused.
might hear. Your father is upstairs.
Okay,
You
well,
don't want to enrage him. You know how he gets.
That's kind of the same. The enraged, normal.
I imagine him walking down the stairs.
There's sounds, but like a weird, essentially just Dap but fatter walks down the stairs. Hello, I'm Dap's dad.
That's not my dad.
And then he poofs into just chicken legs, and then falls on like there's just a pile of chicken legs, cooked chicken legs,
Interesting.
on the ground. I imagine that's what Dap would want. Like,
You're not my dad. You're chicken leg. So go
But
start eating some of the-
one of the chicken legs looks remarkably like Pascal Penfolio.
I eat that one first, and I go, Mom, is this like a beyond the grave message thing? Do you need to? I don't know how these work. I've
I
never done
don't
one
know.
before.
I'm sort of at a loss for words. I
I
imagine.
imagine
it's
that you know the words.
Mom.
Shit.
It seems like I only have your mental capacity.
Fuck.
That explains a lot.
And then from upstairs you hear, "Woman, where are my chicken legs?" Oh, you should go quickly.
I imagine that the room has no doors.
That's
No doors?
exactly what you shouldn't have done. It's like the opposite.
I
But
imagine
not-
trap doors
Whoa!
beneath all of our feet.
There's spike pits down there. It's traps.
No, there's not. They're chicken
I
legs.
imagine trash. A pillow of trash for us to land
There's
on.
a pillow of trash you land on.
Mom, where did we all got
Oh.
put
Window,
in
where
separate traps?
Window.
Hey there, friends, foes, and fairy tale creatures. Patrick here with some weekly announcements. This week's announcements are a little weak, so to speak, but they're still important, and I'll tell you anyway. So, we are still doing our hashtag I'm Window Yes. We've gotten a lot of messages in, people saying they'd love a plushy-sized window of approximate size, quantity, and value. If you are among this most honored and reverent crowd, send us a message with the hashtag I'm Window Yes to let us know. And pretty soon we'll be putting our little elves to work creating those plushies for you. Yes, there's certainly elves after all, and definitely not escaped Canadian Northmen who came down to trade their labor and freedom for sanctuary from the frozen cold world of Canada. That would be ridiculous. Until then, you can help us out by going to iTunes and giving us a 5-star review. After all, what's a few stars between friends, right? Right? Please give us some stars, man. I'm fiending pretty hard. I robbed a 3rd grade class and stole all the stickers, man. Just give me some stars. My pending court dates aside, though, if you're still fiending for some Window, you can now follow him on Twitter. Yes, indeed, Window has his own Twitter account at YesI'mWindow, the one and only. Apparently someone else got the handle I'm Window. We don't know who he is, but we will soon enough. Last and certainly least, we're changing up the audio format, so rather than 2 parts of an episode, it's one big episode. We didn't think we could do it, but turns out the power was within us and GarageBand the entire time. Let us know if you like it this way or think the old ways are best. Either way, enjoy the rest of the episode and have a great night. Or it could be day where you are. But still.
Do the thing where like you fall down. It seems like an eternity that you fall down into this trapdoor. Your mother looks over the edge of the trapdoor and goes, "Goodbye, sweetie, until next time."
All right.
So you fall through this void. Barnabas, the memory, the thought of Barnabas is falling next to you.
He's got a grandfather clock for a face.
He's got a grandfather clock for a face. The mustache, the hands of the clock are his mustache that Barnabas doesn't actually have, but you imagine he does.
Yeah.
And the rest of him is Clover.
The rest of him is just a bunch of clover.
And I say, it's Barnabas!
Yes, Locron, Lord.
He knows my name,
Lord
he knows my
Kron.
name!
My Lord Kron, there it is. That's what I refer to
Barnabas,
as.
focus. That was
Sorry.
weird.
Yes, it may have been somewhat confusing. I heard your mother say something that perhaps she didn't mean to say. She was in a rush. Because her existence was momentary, you see.
No, but go on.
Yes, apparently she said our child
That
to
wasn't
you.
true, though.
Yes, because she meant your child, or
Who's Brian?
perhaps it was her child and not yours, which would make him your brother.
So he's my brother.
Or your son. It is somewhat unclear because I'm simply a construct of your imagination.
I'm gonna say he's my brother.
Okay.
That makes it better for me.
Cool.
All right.
I'm
I was
going to go
supposed
be a clock. And he's a clock now.
My
Bye.
Clovers.
And then
The
he.
clovers disappeared.
I
into
like it
darkness.
better. It's
Into
like,
my
wow.
mouth.
So you're falling through this void and the blackness becomes your entire universe for a moment, and it seems like you're falling for an eternity. But then all of a sudden you're met by the ground, a very soft trash pile. It seems like a giant, like, as far as you can see, crumple of like scroll parchment, maybe like a daily or a what is another name?
Periodical.
A periodical. Thank you.
Glossier, heavier
In
stock.
this plane on which we find ourselves, are there such a thing as spell slots?
Yeah. Well, because like this is essentially
Are they refreshed?
you have awakened from some other plane, and so it's as though you've like been asleep and you woke up. So we'll say that you had like a long rest in theory before this. Your astral projection had a long rest because when you're awake, your astral projection is asleep.
All right, David, we think it's very cool. And the trash playing goes on forever. Window, you seem like you'd know what to do.
The trash.
Yes!
So like to the left of you, there's just like a drop off into nothingness. But to the right of you, there's like a giant mountain. It's like, if looking off into the darkness towards your left, you get the sense that there is a barrier eventually, but like you can't make it out because it's so far in the distance. And you see a reddish glow, like of a fire or something, up ahead around the next bend of what looks to like there's just the crumpled newspaper and like other giant piles of refuse.
Trash fire?
And
Oh God, they're burning the trash.
I imagine that we're at the trash fire.
So yeah, you just sort of like
The trash moves us.
yeah the entire world that you inhabit sort of rotates as you turn around the corner, and you see a small lad standing over a trash fire.
Perhaps.
He looks somewhat simple. I don't remember how you describe
Simple garbage boy.
Simple garbage boy.
Yeah, he's got a bit of an English accent.
What color is his hair?
It's
Red.
green.
Green.
No, it's red.
It's
like
red. He's got a shock of red hair.
Shock of red hair.
And he's wearing what looks to be like
The kid from the original Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That fucking weird looking kid.
Charlie?
he had
How'd you know?
he had blonde hair.
Yeah, but with red. With
Okay,
red
with
hair.
red hair. Okay, cool.
Not exactly.
He's
true.
got
Touche.
his black eyes twinkle in the amber light of the fire, and he's wearing what looks to be like a vest and makeshift breeches made out of like burlap and or
Trash.
newspaper. Yeah, trash.
He's like the Robinson Crusoe of trash.
And,
or a homeless person.
So in this world of trash, what is the fuel for this fire?
more trash.
Holy shit.
And he turns to you, Window, and he says,
Window! Thank God you've met me in this dream projection world, or whatever it is that David wants this world to be.
I think that's right.
and as you reference outside canon, the ground begins to shake, and there's
It's collapsing!
a huge breeze, but
You're being too meta. You're disturbing the dreamscape.
it calms down a little bit.
You know why you're here, Window. Maybe
Why?
you're here to help me find and murder Belf. Oh!
Well, who's Belf? Wick peers around.
You're tripping. Who's Bell?
No, I'm not tripping. You're tripping, and he trips you. Dex contact.
Oh, we have fun, just like old times.
Oh!
Okay.
He dies. He dies. He dies.
He doesn't die.
He falls.
He falls into the trash and looks. I knew life was pointless. I can't even find the joy in my old hobbies.
Can he fall? It's a natural 20. Can he fall like where he's gripping a hand on the edge of the chasm?
He's like it looks like there's trash. Yeah, so it's like a trash chasm, right? Like down.
Trashasm?
Not working. Yeah, that's different.
Pull me up. Never mind. I'm going to kill myself. Maybe.
Meet you in the next dream. I step on his foot. His hand.
All right, make a strength.
This is the kick. 7.
That's
It's a light brush.
That's the best betrayal you've got. Fine, I'll do it myself.
Cool.
And he lets go, and he just sort of floats there in midair. What just happened there?
Oh
I
man, you
imagine-
have a heck of plot armor.
And you feel
The ground shakes.
you
10 points of plot armor.
he begins to rise up and then as he like rises up in front of you, see he's standing on top of a giant bee that is about as big as he is.
Ooh! I'm fancy with the bee. And I have a giant bee with me as well, right?
Well,
Is my bee in this world? I don't have my bee.
in your top bag, you like try to get the bee to come out, and it comes out, but it's sort of like distorted and not quite looking quite right.
That's the dream beast.
And
Subconscious of the bee.
and you hear just like an immense buzzing reverberating around the trash, and
It's like a Hans Zimmer score.
simple garbage boy, you know that you have lived amongst these bees for several years now. They are as big as he is.
He eats their honey to survive.
He eats their trash honey to survive.
The trash is held together by their honey. It's one construct of
Off in the
trash
distance,
honey.
you see like the honeycomb palace. It's monument.
It's inside of a giant bean can. You know that you used to live in the bean can because that's where the food was.
Oh, yeah.
The beans that were as big as your hand.
Of course.
in the bean can. Oh boy. It's a lot
Hand
of rhymes.
size beans in the bean can.
I have lived here amongst the bees and trash for as long as I can perceive. And yes, to answer your question from a long time ago about who Belf was, he is a half bear, half elf man. Not man, just half bear, half elf from the future. From the future.
Oh, well, that's very strange, simple garbage boy.
Can I be friends with this bee?
I'm still trying to step on his foot.
He's like floating
right,
above
right,
you
right.
now because he was on top of this bee.
If it be so, then let it be.
The bee seems pretty chill with me.
Fair.
I'm gonna ride on this bee. You probably ride on bees all the time to get around the trash piles.
Yes, when I have places to go, but right now I'm staying here, you know?
And Wick says, this place reminds me of my slaver quarters where I grew up with my parents. Did
Simple garbage boy, you seem much more upbeat.
hey,
I'm very upbeat for having had my parents murdered.
See?
all of this talk about parents is probably making Window think about parents. And then there's all poofed into existence a short, it looks like probably taller than Wick, so maybe like a dwarf with a long bushy white beard that's braided in with some weird looking trash and cans and things, and he's wearing a trash bag cape robe type deal.
Whoa.
And
They're my parents?
it's I am a wizard
Ooh!
who casts trashy spells.
Oh!
Someone called
I'm
Dad's
Window!
mom.
What am I doing in this trash? All of a sudden I went to bed and I woke up in this dreamscape of trash. Usually my dreams are much dirtier than this.
I get nervous, and because he said dirtier, I make him crap his pants.
Oh, this is more like it. Getting back to basics.
Weird. We seem to be going through a series of backstory dreamscapes. Maybe. Do you have anything you want to say to Window?
No, who is Window?
I'm Window!
Oh,
Yo!
you look like a son if ever I saw one.
Oh!
But I don't want children. I'm just a wizard who travels doing potentially questionable things.
Why?
You don't want to know. I don't know even.
Oh!
You know how, like, when you're in a dream and they're like, how do you make a cake? And you're like, a baker in real life. But when in the dream, you don't remember how to make cakes.
Bees!
Cool. And then he disappears. He changes into a bee.
A swarm of bees.
With poopy pants.
That was awful confusing.
I know!
Simple garbage boy. Are you is he your dad?
Yes! Those were my parents. They
Whoa.
weren't Windows. Because how could Window have parents? He's trash bags.
That must be sad for Window.
Maybe!
Window's still working through it.
Fine, nobody is sad but me. I'm alone in my sadness. It's
Yep.
chill. And you hear like a cackling laughter. I am Carspa from earlier.
We remember you. Don't let me be nervous.
Good. But now you see the hopelessness of life.
No, only one. Only one of us.
Wait,
does.
is this the gnome guy thing?
The gnome who was a projection from the...
I roll insight.
You are
5.
getting twos like clockwork.
Hey, I remember you. Welcome back.
Too many
Welcome.
twos.
You don't see anybody, but you hear the
I said
echo,
anyway.
the booming voice.
To
Yeah.
nothing.
Yes. Now you see why life must be preserved. The living life only breeds pain and distraction. Wait, that was not my voice. Sorry. I was getting dramatic.
When you're angry, it's understandable.
Yes. Ooh, ghost voice away.
He seems short.
So,
There's a
you got
huge-
anything more you want to say, Simple Garbage Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, I think the projection of Simple Garbage Boy has said enough. I shall live in my garbage honey bee world. Leave me be
And,
with my bees.
Everything bursts into being.
the buzzing gets louder and louder. Did Window just say flee? Because I think he did.
Sure.
I think Window said flee.
Sure. Blend a new word in the dream.
It buzzes louder and louder, and there's a huge gust of wind as a giant, like, dorsal fin of wind appears in the bag.
Bees.
North wind.
And there's just a gale beginning to blow, and you blow and blow and blow and get swept up by this tornado of wind, and you don't know where anything is. You can't see. There's trash everywhere. It's in your eyes.
Okay. Seems about right.
And you crash land on a hard wooden surface.
And it's nothing like Wizard of Oz.
Except there's a dead person.
There's a dead witch.
Sticking out.
We're all have our individual dead witch on us. Oh, sweet shoes!
Her feet curled up underneath me when I took them.
That was
It
gross.
was gross.
And Simon, it's dark everywhere. Simon, you have been trained in the darkness. As a member, you recognize this as your training compound just from the wood floor alone.
I can feel it between my toes.
Being
Rotten.
Can you count the grains in the wood grains?
Not if there's more than 3.
There's more than 3. I have been trained for a very particular thing with my feet.
and yeah, as a
Finding small things you dropped in the dark.
as a member of Tempest, you learned how to use the wind to sense things. You just know, like, you were trained in the dark, and you have expertise on perception when it's dark,
And
like
blowing his
when
ear.
you can't see.
I felt that.
I didn't. You're amazing.
Where are we? I can't see anything.
This is Tempest HQ if I ever didn't see it.
What's Tempest?
Let me show you. And the lights
I
come
clapped
up,
twice.
and there's like people in lab coats. We're like going to like a tour of the facilities. Here at Tempest, we bring the wind spirits agenda to the common people. We were like on a conveyor belt.
It
there's-
goes, ooh, nice touch.
Yes. Look, you can see here, as we harvest the powers from those who usurped it from the wind spirit, you see like children strapped to chairs, it's like their brains are pulled out through their eyeball sockets.
Why? Wow!
You see, the psionics stole the power from the wind spirit long ago.
Wait, so you don't like psionics then?
Moving on. The conveyor belt goes on, and like the light shoots up in like the next room.
And just to clarify, all of these people in like white lab coat robes all have on like cloudy masks,
Yes,
right?
Everybody has like these like angry. If you imagine like a cartoon cloud, like an angry storm cloud. It looks like that on
It's
their
a
face.
mask, but like
It's like a
literally
mask.
made of cloud, right?
Yeah. So it looks like a very stormy, angry, upset face. So it's so silly.
Yeah,
And,
dark.
Simon,
Yeah, congrats, Dan, in a campaign that's been doing nothing but building dark backstories. You came in with the darkest.
I think it's a message about the future. That's what Tempest is about. The future of those who worship the wind spirit.
Ooh!
I'm Window.
You are Window.
Blow!
Blow away! Check out here where we reproduce the powers of those who are psionics. And you can see like little bits of brain matter that have been harvested from the children. Like, dropped into...
and people who aren't children as well.
Okay, fine.
Some of the elderly.
It's a smattering of adults.
But mainly children.
Yeah, dropped into like these like little like jars that like then like it like starts like dissociate into the into the jars.
Simon, as you're giving this tour, you notice that the faces of the children, and then also one of the scientists, the Tempest study wizard people, lifts up their cloud mask as well, and his face as well are all the face of Cerise.
Cerise.
Your Cerise?
Cerise.
Simon.
I like French fruits.
A French tart.
Sion.
Cerise. Cerise,
Sion.
what are you doing here? You're.
Oh, is that you, Sion? These are all names
This
that
can't
you
be
made
right.
up, and I hope I'm pronouncing them correct.
I think they're right.
Okay.
You.
You are
shouldn't
going to
be
introduce
here.
us.
And
Everyone,
he
he's-
puts down his mask again and goes back to his work.
That was weird. That was my dead brother, guys. I think he's dead.
I have a live brother, I just found out.
Or is he your son?
Who knows? But it's definitely not me and my mom's son. I want to be clear about that.
All right, you just dreamed about it then. I don't know who you're trying to
Simon,
convince
I
me.
have not been comfortable since we started to dream. I want you to know that.
And you hear the cackle of Karspa echo boom through the room again. Yes, life is awfully taxing and stressful, isn't it,
This is
Dapperton?
stressful.
Yes, and that is life. Why wouldn't it be easier
This
to
is a
simply
dream.
go to sleep and never dream again?
Maybe. Well, maybe do it.
That is what we at Tundra are all about. And then a lab coat technician in like light blue coat comes out, and then he gets murdered by one of the one of the Tempest scientists.
Ah, Tempest wins.
For now,
There's a chalkboard.
One.
That's science.
it has been
writing it
zero.
down.
It has
We've
been
got
0
the,
days.
We've got the data.
I pull up my psionic compass with my psionic cantrip.
You put that away before someone harvests your brain, Locron.
Good luck.
What?
And
Cron, you might want to slow your roll. This is
So,
a scary ass dream.
like 7
I pull out a
different
sonic yo-yo and I start just whip right.
7 different cultists all sort of gather around you, and they peel off their masks, and they've all got the slender, semi-gaunt face of Cerise.
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 What color are Cerise's eyes?
Cherry colored.
Cherry?
Cherry.
Cherry color.
Red.
Cherry gold.
No, but like dark red.
Dark red,
like
dark red.
beautiful.
Dark red.
So like cherry wood.
And he looks as though he's
Certainly
gazing
cherry
into
red.
your soul, and he goes, "That is very intriguing how you make things out of thin air."
Oh. Ooh.
Hey, back
now,
the fuck
Locron,
off, guys.
Hey.
Why do you? I can't hear
And
you.
they
I pull
just
a sonic
sort of
hearing aid.
they like disappear as you like swat them away.
That's right. You turn into ethereal mist.
Hey, you listen here, subconscious. I haven't decided yet if he's my friend or not, so don't you go killing him yet.
And a
I
small
might be his friend.
a small child comes up behind you, Simon, and tugs on your cape, and she too has the face of Cerise.
Oh.
What did you say, brother?
What?
Did you say brother?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
brother.
it's a small girl who's got the face of Cerise.
That's weird.
Oh.
And she goes, "Oh, Sion, what are you doing away from Port Artisan?"
You know as well as me that port no longer exists.
I know as well as I do.
I know what I know. And I knife her in the
You cannot run from your past
I will
or your present. And she shrugs as she dies and bursts into vapor.
I like flip a switch and the treadmill that we're on, or like the conveyor belt like speeds up. It's like I will try as hard as I can.
And as the conveyor belt sort of speeds up, it starts going faster and faster, and the laboratory that you're in starts to blur, and you like literally can't make out what's flying past you.
Probably horrific things.
And you're
Definitely horrific.
all of a sudden you're like traveling at high velocity, and the conveyor belt just sort of ends.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just shoot out into like a slight, it's like a greenish sky, you know, like when the sky is like over water and it's like just a little bit stormy, it's like kind of green. You like are shot out into open air of that, and you just fall again for what seems like eternity, and this time you fall into a cushy field of clovers.
Woo!
Finally.
Yeah, I'm glad to be out of your head, Simon.
Yeah, me too.
I like you. You seem edgy.
Yeah.
All edges. Sharp edges.
You want
Sharp
to
Stay away from him,
You
Wes.
want to be edgy? Together we could form like a band.
I don't need you to be in a
band.
band. You've never once demonstrated
Can I be your magician's assistant? I'm very good with my hands. Sleight of hands, you
how
know.
good at you are you. How good are you at being in two pieces?
Uh,
Excellent. I'll
Very
speak-
important.
I'll speak for him.
like permanently in 2 pieces?
How good are you at being in two pieces?
I'll get
If
to back.
you're really good, then not permanently.
Okay.
I was gonna say because
And he
do it right.
sort of, let me see real quick. Oh dang. He steps, he like does the sumo wrestler thing where he like lifts one leg up far in the air and puts it out far to his left, and he lifts the other one far and puts it out far to his right, and then just sort of rips up the middle. but like a jelly, you know, like when you like pull.
Did he split himself in half the long way?
Yeah, he split himself in half the long way, and he goes like this, and he high fives his other half. This dream thing's crazy, guys. You should try it. It's fun being in 2 places. I can see what I ate yesterday.
I dream that there's 2 large pieces of toast on either side of him because he's on jelly, and then the sandwich falls over.
That's not cool. You want to eat me? Maybe you should eat me. Get out of
I'm not
my.
even sure I could right now. You've been cut in half.
Whoa. Now I'm sad again. Just apropos of nothing.
The toast falls away.
My vignette is done. It's okay.
Meanwhile, I'm sitting in the field of my wettest of dreams, and
There's morning dew covering
right?
the emerald
Oh
fields.
God, yeah. And I envision that, or imagine that I have the power that whenever I touch a clover, they turn into 10 clovers. So as I grab a handful of clovers, it turns
In
into
an
clovers.
endless field of clovers.
Yep.
It turns into a bouquet of clovers.
I cartwheel and then cartwheel back eating it. Then I get on the floor and I just like shovel myself forward on my hands, like as I'm on my belly. And I'm like, guys, I might actually need help this time, but I keep eating as much as I possibly can of clover.
I walk over and I pick him up by the back of the shirt, and he's still like swimming in air like a dog does when you take it out of water.
And then I imagine that I can make material whatever I draw, and I keep drawing clovers in the air. And then as I touch them, turn into 10 more clovers, and I put them in my mouth.
Oh my
Like,
God.
you can't stop
Roll
me.
Yeah, that's.
I don't understand. Is this his origin story?
Roll a constitution.
We should all get high.
Yeah.
I'm already-
Window ingests the clover into his like trash water bag.
You hear
and I try to
like
distill it.
you hear like a bzzz, and then no, and then like
Are the bees getting high?
yeah, the bees like
They're making
seem
clover honey, man.
they all of a sudden there's like mini fireworks in your bag as the bees like burst into ecstasy fireworks.
Oh shit.
I got a 16 on my con.
Okay, so you're doing good. This feels really good, but as like you are ingesting all these clovers, you notice off in the distance a giant black figure like just rise out of the ground like a mountain forming. Like it's far away. It seems like it would be like several days walk, but it's forming, so it must be huge. Like
Like it's just a giant,
just like
figure. Or
pure
just
the purest blackest thing you've ever seen.
Perceive it. Perceive it.
I'm gonna, yeah. I'm gonna perceive it. I did pretty good at that. I got 22.
Yeah, this looks like it's made of just obsidian. If an obsidian golem had sex with the darkness of space and birthed a baby inside of a dark room for developing photos, this is the baby it would have.
Pretty black.
It's pretty black. Okay.
You feel like that is a thing you want, like that is the thing you need, and it's like consuming you with desire.
I envision, or I cast, it's called Moonbeam.
Dude, that's fucking crazy,
It's-
guys. There's
Hey,
It's super dark.
Hey, Lokron, you okay?
I'm casting Moonbeam right now.
I feel like I should. I feel like I should make
Oh.
like a
here
pendant
we go.
out of that because it's super dark.
So
It would
Moonbeam,
go with my theme.
But it normally only has a range, or it's like from 40 feet high. But we're in a dream, so it's infinite. And I make it horizontal. And we're all in the Moonbeam, which like propels us at the giant obsidian thing.
Okay.
And then also as we're on our way, I have no more lips, so I don't have a mouth anymore, so I can't eat anymore because I realized that it's a bad idea. But then I
you
gather all the
can't.
clovers.
Roll
to me.
roll a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Roll a wisdom check to see
Yeah.
if you can do
To
that.
resist your drug.
I am a mouth. I am a mouth.
Yeah, that was a natural one for the listeners.
Yeah.
Just
So-
the moonbeam is filled with clovers, and you're just inhaling all of them ahead of us.
And it's like you turn into Pac-Man, and the clovers are just the little dots in front of you. And as you're going, it's
We're the
also
ghosts chasing him.
Yeah.
you guys are the ghosts.
Locrat, stop! You have to stop.
And
Why?
it's like the endless staircase in Mario 64. Like it seems like you're getting closer, but really it also seems like you're just getting further and further away from this giant black mountain. And then you run into, just like at high speed, essentially what looks it's a human, white hair and a ponytail, wearing like glasses, very spectacles, and like flip-flops and twirling like a little a pocket watch, but like it's made of clover. It's just a clover on a chain.
What time is it?
Whoa! Locran with the K, what's up?
Hi.
No, you know him as Locron with the C, the third druid of your wizard circle.
Oh, hello.
What are you doing here?
Being respectful. And I turn around and I moon him.
And he also touches butts with you. Like he bends down.
Oh!
And
It's
you do
been a while.
moon bounce. What is that called? A moon bounce?
Probably the least weird thing that's happened so far today.
Moonbeam and a moon bounce. It's been a bit.
Ugh, that's rad. I'm just here picking clovers with my apprentices. And all of a sudden, like, you notice standing up out of the field are, like, hundreds of young kids in, like, clover. Like the Von Trapp kids when they're, like, wearing curtain clothes, but, like, they're wearing clothes made out of clovers.
Oh, hey kids, wanna get high?
Locran with the C says we can't get high or else we'll die.
Blasphemy! What have you been telling these kids?
That they shouldn't get high, bro. It's for us. We're the master druids.
Wait, Logran, are we?
Yes?
Europe? No, with the K.
Oh,
I don't know what that is, but apparently that's like
why
your
we-
last name.
that's why we don't.
He's not really with it like me.
That's why we don't hang out very often. Gets confusing, if you know what I mean.
No! K-Kron, are we like your apprentices? Is that what drug dealer means?
Moving on.
Okay.
Do I say green, dragony looking guy?
That's what most people call me.
Do I know you? You look familiar. Did I like meet you when you were a kid?
I hope not.
I-
Were you one of
maybe.
my clover pickers?
Ooh. Maybe. I've done a lot of things I don't recall.
What's your name?
Dapatin von Godzilla von Saliskid.
It doesn't
I
ring.
just remembered my middle name.
Doesn't ring a bell.
As if in a dream.
Yeah, best part of my dream.
But seriously, you look familiar. Whatever, it's okay. Back to the clovers.
Is it because he's green? And clovers are green and you see a lot of green?
I just feel like I've seen a little green guy recently.
I have a brother. He's smaller than me and might think I'm his dad.
I don't know.
Why would he think that?
Because
Say,
my
do-
mom had a kid with another guy, and then she's like, tell your dad it's your kid. And I was like, okay, Mom, you're always up to the hijinks.
So you're very close with your mother.
Yeah.
And your mom, like, materializes hugging your back. Just kidding, that's not canon, it's fine.
Not that kind of close. More like,
Like Closoaca? Nah, that's a bad
Oh,
joke,
man.
sorry.
No, more like, my dad was constantly beating me and she was not, and so I was like, Mom, you rock. I'll totally pretend that your kid is my kid.
Love by default.
Yeah, right?
So, like, this is my dream, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
yes,
Oh,
back
you
to-
did.
I couldn't, there was less. Anyway, where are you on your clover quota, your clota?
I, like, you know,
Are you even
it's really great when you got, like, free child labor to pick all your clovers. I got a bunch.
that's pretty dark.
The most clovers.
I just made friends and they do it for free.
Wow.
I mean, also yours is free.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about
My
Child labor?
You know what sucks?
Fully endorse it.
When
You
all
try
these
it.
kids grow up and then they don't want to pick clovers no more, gotta go find more clovers. It's real rough, brah.
I've been doing just fine on my own, actually.
We found a garden gnome.
Yes.
Yes.
I've been going ham.
Good.
Every
You know what I
opportunity,
say? Clovers a day, keep the scaries away.
Or get yes.
Yeah.
Yes, not closer. That would be weird if we were a part of some sort of plot.
Yeah. And as you stare off into the distance and then look back at Locron with a C, he's about 2 feet shorter and now has like golden curly hair and is wearing green flip-flops and is carrying little jars of honey. And he's changed into Barper, the other druid in your Barper.
Yeah, I remember. I like Barber. The honey druid.
Oh, Locron, when did you get here?
I've never not been here, I think. That's how dreams work.
Oh, this is a dream.
No, it's real.
This is
Give me your honey.
This is the second shared dream I've had with you recently.
Yeah, someone else did some weird shit.
Did you almost die a couple weeks ago?
There's almost literally no way of knowing that.
What, me?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I
Behold my memory banks.
you see, you must have projected yourself through the psychosphere.
I'm pretty good at that.
Us druids are connected, you see.
Yes, we touch fingers.
Indeed.
Stop that.
None of that.
Touch my finger, strange
Touch the
man.
finger.
No.
You look like you love the psychosphere.
He loves it when you play with your psychic yo-yo. Look, sleeper.
I will put a hook between your eyes and rip out your brains.
Don't help me, God.
Don't help me.
Ignoring you, he pulls out 2 sticks attached by a rope and then like what looks like a giant yo-yo, and he goes,
I prefer the psychic Diablo game. Did you guys not have those as a child? Oh.
I look at his jars of honey and I go, bees?
Oh, and then a bunch, like, the field is no longer full of small children picking clover, but instead just,
Bees
like,
the size of small children.
just like,
Oh, yes.
bees.
The bees have been very good this year. Much honey. That's my catchphrase. I said it the last time you met me. Oh, Locran.
Sap.
If we are sharing dreams, it means you are ingesting too many clovers.
That's not possible.
Oh, but Locran, we are but bees in a hive. The hooded queen directs our destiny. We may believe ourselves individuals, but we are simply aspects of the queen.
Can you put that in more clover way terms?
Clover is for the bees.
and the bees burst into giant, like, fireworks of clover this time, and you were just splattered with clover goo.
I lick the side of Simon's head.
Oh, you.
Shaking your fist. You shaking your fist, which hides your assassin's blade.
To think I defended you from my brother, little girl, who wanted to kill you or something.
It'll grow on you. And I imagine clover sprouting from the top of your head.
And I like karate chop them off.
Like Jackie Chan.
Yes.
And
Don't want trouble?
So that was a weird time, everybody.
We're still in it. Ha-ha!
And,
I imagine more flowers.
Wake up.
well, actually, first, before you do wake up, not that you're gonna wake up or anything, Lokron, you feel in your leg like a sharp pain, and you look down and you see your leg is covered in ice, and there's an ice pick sticking out of it, just like.
That wasn't there
Okay,
at least
guys.
5 minutes
Who
ago.
thought of that?
And then
I swing my hammer at the ice pick. Then I hit it like a nail.
it like the ice pick moves out of his leg to meet your hammer and then goes back into his leg again. And Lokron, you awaken with a start. You are again in this icy cavern. Face like off in the distance, you again see the like half split open face of Caspra.
Do I see the gnome?
Karspa, I mean.
Do I see the gnome?
No, the gnome, the spectral gnome is nowhere. But standing in front of you, holding an ice pick, is the armored figure of Dakin Stormsbane, the leader of the elemental garrison that you had met previously.
The guy who was in the sky when we dropped the house.
The guy who was in the sky when you dropped the house.
Drop the house.
Well,
Also, how do we not make the Wild Witch of the West joke?
or like
That's true.
Or
or
that
like-
one. We actually dropped a house.
or
occurred to me.
bringing down the house, or
None of them.
or raising the roof with a Z because you lit it on fire, kind
It
of.
was kind of.
So many jokes, guys.
Wasted.
But we're beyond
Whoa. Son, not son. I mean like
Dad?
There's been a lot of family stuff.
colloquially, son. You and your friends have gotten in deeper than you know.
I think I'm older than you.
And he throws the ice pick at the frozen bag of window, I guess, and it's sort of all the ice that had grown over your bags falls away, and you two are awakened.
I shake it off.
And, and as you shake off, the ice pick flies over to Simon and smacks him in the icy chest, and the ice falls away from him.
Do I still have a tube through my chest?
No, I think you got rid of that
Yeah,
a while
I
ago.
think that's true. That's true.
And then
Oh,
he does it to Dap, and Dap roll a death saving throw.
Can I heal him now, though?
You can, but we gotta. And you guys, oh shit! Actually, you awaken as though from a long rest. So
I don't. Because I rolled a 4.
okay, roll.
Womp.
Can I
Yeah.
heal at this point, though? Like,
Yeah,
can I...
if you notice, your dragon friend appears to be somewhat dead.
It's called withdrawal.
Okay,